Off to Canada next. Mr. Trudeau is in trouble again. Of course, like every other president or prime minister, he came to power in 2015 promising a new kind of politics, which means it's going to be the same. Corruption, theft, ignoring the people. But now he's facing his third ethics scandal. So what's been going on? Well, in June, Canada announced that it had tapped the We charity, which is widely known for its celebrity-studded We Day conferences, to run a new program for students that are hard hit by the economic slump. So how did that decision lead to allegations of cronyism and conflicts of interest, 2 federal ethics inquiries, and a spotlight on Mr. Trudeau's family, and now calls for him to quit? So here's what's been going on in Mr. Trudeau's world. Like I said, he's now facing his third ethics investigation in just 5 years over the government's decision to award a contract of up to $43.5 million to the We charity of Canada. Now, the $680 million American dollars program was designed to connect post-secondary students to paid volunteer opportunities to make up for summer job prospects that had disappeared during the pandemic. Sounds like a scam to me, and so it is. And it later emerged that Mr. Trudeau's mother and brother had been paid for speaking at various We events over the years, and Margaret Trudeau was paid 250,000 Canadian dollars for speaking at We events over 4 years, and brother Alexander was paid 32,000 Canadian dollars for speaking at 8 events between 2017 and 2018. Now, Mr. Trudeau has also made regular appearances himself, and his wife, Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, hosted a wellness podcast for the charity as well. Wellness. That's a sickness course. It's a bit like keep fit, keep fat. Anyway, the Prime Minister didn't recuse himself from the discussions to do with this related to the decision to grant the contract, and he has since apologised for that. Yeah, too late, Mr. Trudeau. But the federal ethics watchdog has confirmed his office is looking into the matter. He should be fired straight on the spot. You know, why are they looking into it? It's a bit like Hitler here. He's committed about 5 million crimes, and we're still trying to find or drum up one to arrest them. And the Canadian political theorist David Moscrop said this country is governed by a fairly small circle of elites, and there is a cult of the insider that buttresses this, that produces these kind of scandals fairly routinely. Hear, hear, Mr. Moscrop. But it's not just Canada, but all countries run by elite, greed-based psychopaths. American diplomats are to leave the US consulate in the southwestern Chinese city of Chengdu following Beijing's decision to close the mission. With just hours to go before a Monday morning deadline, staff could be seen carrying out boxes of files and bags of rubbish. And China has reacted in response to the US closing its consulate in Houston, Texas last week. Bush country. Well, I never. And after the 72-hour deadline for Chinese diplomats to leave the Houston mission expired on Friday, reporters saw men who appeared to be the US officials force open the door to enter the premises. Now, the US Secretary of Deep State, Mike Pompeo, said Washington had decided to act as Beijing was, quote, stealing intellectual property, unquote. accusing another country of stealing intellectual property when Langley and their Five Eyes counterparts have been doing it for the past 70 years is a bit hypocritical, is it not, Mr. Deep State Mike Pompeo? And the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin responded by saying that the US move is based on a hodgepodge of anti-Chinese lies.